Oh, my bad. Yo, what's up? I'm Tanner. I'm a natural bodybuilder, but much more importantly, I'm a follower of Jesus, and today is my rest day. So that means it's a Gym Bro philosophy video. And what I want to talk about today is not being addicted to your suffering. But before that, I was out shopping with my family all day, so I'm gonna thrift haul because that's the only place I really got stuff. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you everything I got because this is literally all I got. Hold up. You don't care, but I want to show them off. Some gray Nike socks. So like that's nothing. Then these are the shirts I'm about to low key dox myself, but uh, this really cool shirt found at Goodwill. There's the holy cow. Here's the front. Here's the back. I don't know. I just thought they were really cool. And this one's, I mean, it's very similar. It's not the exact same, but yeah. Okay, that's it. I just want to show you all those. But now to the actual important business. The idea of not being addicted to your struggle, which is something I've been thinking about recently because I just thought about it the other day. Um, I think humans have a tendency to do that, and I think this is something I've talked about before. Um, is we choose to sit in our sadness, our anger, whatever our struggle is. We choose to sit in that because it is so much easier than being happy and being grateful and enjoying what is going on. Which is it's rough. It's weird that humans think that way, but I think a lot of us do. At least I know I do. And while suffering is good for us, suffering allows us to become the people we're meant to be, and it helps us grow as people. But suffering is not meant to stick around. We're meant to suffer temporarily to grow and then become the person we're meant to be, right? But so many of us, I think, and again, this is my personal experience, choose to sit in our suffering and choose to continue to be sad, angry, again, whatever it is. Those are just two examples. Um, and we choose to sit in that and just feel that way because it's so much easier than being happy, than putting a smile on your face and going throughout your life, which again, I don't know why that is. It's weird. But so many of us choose to do that. And I was sitting there, I was showering the other day, and I was kind of in a worse mood, in a bad mood. And I kind of thought to myself, I was like, what if I'm in the middle of everything I've ever prayed for? You know, what if everything I've ever asked for is happening right now, happening for me, and I have nothing, and um, and I feel like the way I just explained that is kind of confusing. But what I meant by it is, what if I'm exactly where I want to be, right? I'm not suffering. I'm not in a bad place in my life. I'm exactly where I've asked to be, And it's like, and instead of being grateful for where I currently am and where I've asked myself to be and where the Lord has put me, I'm mentally stuck in a bad area, in a depressed area, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, I'm I'm worse off than I actually am, because I choose to sit in my own suffering and I choose to prolong the bad times of my life because for some reason, like I've said a few times, it is so hard for us to look at the bright side of things. And I don't know why that is. It makes no sense, right? Because it's like, why is it so much easier to be pessimistic and angry and sad or whatever? Why is it so much easier to be that way than it is to be happy and to be grateful, And I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with comparison, right? Because we're constantly comparing our lives to other people, and comparison is a thief of joy, right? We all know that saying. And you're like, yeah, maybe I am where I've asked to be, but it could always be better, And like, you feel never fully satisfied with where you are. and you choose to think that way instead of being grateful for where you are. I don't know. It's a very odd concept, but it's just something I've thought about a lot recently. You know, and it's obviously something I'd like to share because I'm doing that. But yeah, I I don't know. I really think I need to start like writing. I need like I don't know, start journaling or something and writing down this stuff so that way I can share it with y'all and have it be worded better. But basically, the idea I'm just trying to get down to is don't sit in your suffering longer than you're meant to. Right? You suffer for a little bit, like I said, you suffer for a little bit, and then you come out the other side better for it, right? But if you prolong your suffering more than you're meant to be in it, if you choose to sit in it, if you choose to suffer longer, if you choose to be angry and sad and depressed or whatever more than you are meant to, more than you are meant to feel those emotions, longer than you are meant to feel those emotions, then you're just going to be dragging your own life down, dragging those people who love you, who the people around you who love you, you're going to be dragging them down as well. And you're just never going to be fully where you're meant to be. Right? Like my pastor this morning talked about how important thoughts are. And I totally agree with him, right? If you say in your mind that you are, then you are. The saying is something like that. It's much more profound the way it's actually said, but like, the way you think is what you are and what you become. What you limit yourself to in your head is what you limit yourself to in real life. And I don't know, it's kind of tragic, but I don't know. I'm gonna start like journaling or something so that way I can get these thoughts down on paper, and then they'll be much more coherent for these videos. But yeah, like I said, let me wrap it up one more time because I feel like I've wrapped it up like 5 different times. But don't be addicted to your suffering. Don't suffer longer than you need to. Suffering will come, but it's only supposed to be temporary. So do with that what you will. I tried my best to explain it, but I feel like I was just a little all over the place. So I'm sorry. But I hope that message can help someone because I know it did kind of help me when I was in a funk not too long ago. So thank you all for watching. We'll be back to normal, or we'll be back to lifting tomorrow. Tomorrow's actually the first day of the cut, so that'll be fun. But yeah, again, thank you all for watching. Love y'all. Logging today. Do something productive. Read your hours preferably. And I hope you have a blessed day. Peace out.